Imagine paying at the pump next time and realizing that the price you see isn't just about oil, supply, and demand. It's about a hidden war being fought behind the scenes, involving powerful countries, secret deals, and financial markets. What if I told you that your gas bill isn't just a number, but a reflection of competing interests and geopolitical chess moves? If you want to understand who really controls your gas bill, stay right here, because what I'm about to share will open your eyes. Before we dive deep, take a moment to hit like and subscribe to Hidden Finance Truths so you never miss these important insights. Most people picture oil companies and drilling rigs setting prices based on simple supply and demand. But the real story is far more complex. Oil is deeply tied to national power, currency, dominance, and alliances that stretch across continents. The price reflects decisions made in boardrooms, war rooms, and even in shadowy corners of global finance. For decades, oil has been the lifeblood of the global economy, fueling engines and keeping transportation moving. But it's also a tool of influence and sometimes a weapon. Price can rise because of shortages, but also because of speculation in financial markets or deliberate decisions by powerful groups. Let's start with how oil prices are really set. Major producers don't operate in isolation. They participate in alliances and cartels. When production is cut, fewer barrels hit the market and prices go up. This is where political strategy enters the equation. Saudi Arabia, for example, has historically used its oil production as a form of geopolitical leverage. Decisions might be designed to influence foreign policy, affect rival economies, or respond to international pressure. Russia has its own motivations, using energy exports to strengthen alliances or put pressure on countries that oppose its interests. These are not isolated corporate decisions. They are strategic moves in an ongoing global game.
But there's another layer, the financial layer. Oil is traded globally in markets where futures contracts and the speculation can drive prices. Financial institutions can drive prices independently of physical supply. Traders buy and sell oil contracts betting on future prices. When geopolitical tensions rise, fear can drive speculative buying that pushes prices up even if actual supply hasn't dropped. This financial side of oil pricing is invisible to most consumers, but it exerts immense influence on what you pay at the pump. One of the most misunderstood aspects of oil pricing is how closely it's tied to currencies. For decades, crude oil has been priced in US dollars. This system reinforces the dollar's role as the dominant global currency. When oil is priced in dollars, countries around the world need dollars to buy energy. That creates constant global demand for the US dollar, strengthening its value and giving the United States immense economic power. But this arrangement hasn't always sat well with every nation, leading to strategic efforts to weaken the dollar's dominance and deprice oil in other currencies. If oil were widely priced in other currencies like China's yuan, then the global demand for dollars could decrease, affecting currency markets. That's one reason why energy pricing is more than an economic issue, it's a geopolitical one. Countries must manage their dollar reserves carefully. Another hidden factor is sanctions. When powerful nations impose sanctions on oil producers, it reduces supply available and pushes prices up. Sanctions are often used as political tools to influence behavior, and the energy becomes a battlefield for economic coercion. When sanctions limit supply, prices rise because political strategies restrict who can sell to whom. That's a hidden war behind the price tag. And then there's infrastructure. Oil travels through pipelines, terminals, shipping lanes, and the refineries before it magically appears at gas stations. When there's a disruption due to weather, war, or political decisions about infrastructure control, prices can spike. Look at events like conflicts in the Middle East or blockades of strategic waterways like the Strait of Hormuz. Markets react swiftly with price jumps. Countries like the United States work to increase domestic oil production to lower vulnerability to foreign political pressure. But domestic producers are still part of the global pricing system, and the global decisions still affect local prices. Even when supply is strong domestically, global market prices exert pressure because oil is traded worldwide. So your gas price is influenced just as much by decisions in Riyadh, Moscow, or Beijing as it is by local production.